Hey my YouTube friends and family, thank you so much for clicking on this video. In today's video, I'll be talking about some common mistakes I see in Jamaican homes. These mistakes don't only make the house uncomfortable, but they also make the house lose its value and also reduce its privacy. Let's get into the video, guys. Alright, so I'm going to show you this short clip.
So, welcome to Glen York Country Club. This is a 3-bed, 3-bath unit. We just recently furnished, just so that you get a better idea. Can I draw your attention to the high ceilings, recessed lighting? So what we will do, we'll turn to the left here to take a look at the main bedroom first.
After watching the clip, what's the first thing that you notice? You enter directly into the living area. Okay, that's not such a bad thing, not such a big deal. But with this home is the entry door leads you directly in the middle of the living area. Having the door in the center of the wall, what this does, it runs traffic, or the traffic pass through directly in the middle of your living area. You as a homeowner, you're gonna have a difficult time laying out furniture. So this is gonna cause a big problem over time, having the door in the center and having two smaller windows at the end of the door. So that's a big problem. The second thing I noticed in this video is the door. There's a door that leads directly into the master bedroom. What this does, it reduces privacy, because anyone can be sitting in the living room and looking directly into your master bedroom or in a bedroom. So that's something that should not happen. You should not be able to be in a living area or a living space looking directly into a bedroom. So what I would have done differently, I would have created a passage area. I would have put a small passage area where I put a small linen closet that leads you directly into that bedroom. So that would create some level of privacy. At least you wouldn't be, when the bedroom door is open, you would not be able to see directly into that bedroom. So privacy, that's a big thing. You definitely want to have privacy in your living spaces, in your private areas. So do not design your house, or do not have someone design your house that leads a bedroom door directly into a living space. The next thing I want to talk about also is window placement. This is not on the clip I showed you, but this is something I'm very passionate about. This is something I practice in my drawings, and it's window placement, proper window placement. So for a bedroom, what I like to do, instead of putting one big window in the center of the wall, what I like to do is to put two smaller windows closer to the corner of the wall, where in the middle now a space, you will have wall space to put your TV, to mount your TV, or you will have that wall space to put your bed or a dresser. So it gives you more wall space putting the windows to the corner of the wall. So that's one thing I always practice, proper window placement. The next thing I want to touch on is storage. You can't have a house and not have storage. Over time, you're going to have things that you want to store away, that you want to put away for future use. So definitely when you're building or when you're designing, well, from design stage, you want to have storage. You want to ensure that you have proper storage in the form of a linen closet. You want to have your pantry, and also like probably maybe a room dedicated just for storage. So you definitely have to build with storage in mind, because like I said, over time you'll be living in this house and you'll be creating a lot of things. You'll be acquiring a lot of things that you do not want to have directly in line of sight. You want to probably put it away. You're going to have your towels, your sheet, all of that, your grocery in the kitchen. Everything can't fit in the kitchen cabinet. So you're going to want to have a little pantry that you put your tin stuff away, your paper towel, and all of that little stuff. So definitely when you're building or when you're in the design phase, you want to communicate this to your designer so that he will be able to put some storage space in your home. So very essential, guys. You definitely want to have storage space. So that's one thing that I see missing from a lot of Jamaican homes. To be fair, a lot of new homes now are starting to develop this, but that's something I always try to incorporate in my designs, where I try to put at least one linen closet or two linen closet, depending on if it's a 2-story, you want to have one on the ground floor and you want to have one on the first floor. So the owners will have space to store their stuff away. So you definitely have to have storage when designing your home. And your home is a long-term investment. You want to ensure that you're comfortable in your home. You want to ensure that you enjoy your home. So in the design process, tell your architect or tell your draftsman some of the things that you cannot live without, some of the things that is an absolutely must. So communicate this, because at the end of the day, you are the one that will be living there long term. You want to ensure that when you come home, home is a place that you want to be. You're excited to come home. You don't even want to leave your home. That's how comfortable it is. So what are some things that you enjoy in your home? Is it that you want a theater room? Is it that you want a spa or something? Is it that you want a luxurious kitchen? Is it that you want a primary bathroom that's like a hotel? So communicate this to your designer. Of course, think of your budget. Definitely, your budget should match up with what you have in mind. So communicate this with your designer. Have them design your home, a palace, a retreat. So a home should be a home. So communicate everything that you need. That's an absolute must. Communicate this to your draftsman or your architect. Have them design you something that's practical, something that's useful, not just a box. So like I said, a home is a home, and it's a long-term investment. With that being said, if you found my video useful, please consider subscribing to the channel, give this video a like, and share it with a friend. And also watch some of my other videos I try to post. I'm trying to stay consistent. Check out some of my other videos, and see you in my future videos. Thank you, guys.